Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening. It is a beautiful day. I believe all of us we had a very wonderful day today. Today is Friday, the first Friday in October. Happy New Month, everyone. I believe we all celebrated our dearest country, Nigeria, at 62 last just 2 days ago, right? I believe we all celebrated Nigeria very, very well. All right. Today is another beautiful day, mind shift section. I know you'll be wondering why we are doing mind shift section um today that is Friday instead of Tuesday. Okay, we just had a little tweak. We just wanted to, make some changes and we moved mind shift section to today, Friday. So every Friday, okay, not really every Friday, this Friday, and then we're going to skip the next Friday and we come up live again in 2 weeks' time. All right. How many of us are already joining us? I believe we have people here already. Our people are always known for coming on time, and I believe you're here already. So if you are here, please type on the comment section, put down your name and your location where you're joining us from. And if you can hear me, just type I can hear you so that I will know that I'm here with good people. All right. And then if you know any of your friends, any of your team member, your colleague who is not yet here, please rush to the WhatsApp, just tag them. I want you to tag random people, not just your friends and colleagues, just tag people. Make sure you're tagging people in the group. Tell them that we are live. We are live already. 2 weeks ago, we had a very wonderful, okay, yeah, 2 weeks ago, we had a very wonderful section during the mind shift section on Tuesday. And our Ebo MD clearly told us everything about the mindset, the mind that we use for business. When you think that you have a buyer for every plot, you will get it. All right. I know that you really, you read your notes, you utilized everything that you learned from that section. I'm not seeing any comments yet. If you know you are here, please type your name and where you're joining us from. We're not going to be taking a lot of time. Just type your name, where you're joining us from. I want to read your comments. I want to see you and welcome you. All right. And for your friends who are not here, please kindly go to the WhatsApp or you can call them, give them a call and rush back to this place. I want to be sure that people are here and they are listening and they are joining us from wherever they are. All right. I know somehow it's going to be because of the changes we made. A lot of people are not yet aware that our Mindshift section is now shifted to Friday. Yes, I'm sure of that. I know that some people are not yet aware. But for now, please kindly give them a call or tag them in the group. Just make sure that you're doing something. Let somebody be here this moment. All right. I'm waiting to see our comments. I'm waiting to see who and who is here. I'm waiting to see who and who is here. Okay. All right. While we are doing that, please, I want you to wherever you are with a clapping ovation, with a standing ovation. I know you're doing it right now. With a clapping ovation, with a standing ovation. We are not going to be taking much time. We are bringing on board our Ebo MD, Sir Benedict Obiajulu. Thank you, sir, for being here. We welcome you specially.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Today is a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful Friday evening. And I would want us to enjoy ourselves. And I, a lot of us are already here, and it's beautiful. Welcome, everyone. Madam Vivian, I see you. Joseph, I see you. Mr. Nyebuchi, I see you. Mr. Prince Will, I see you. And Dubi, I see you. Priya, you're welcome. Nancy, I see you. I hope I'm clear enough and I believe we can hear me and see me. Good evening, everyone. The beauty of learning is that nobody can take it away from you. And if you can spare some days and don't club over a period of time, and you focus in learning and in growth, every part of your life will thank you. Okay. So today, I want everyone to, we're going to have a very speedy section. My camera is not looking very neat. Let me see. Okay, I think it's better. Good, correct. Now we're going to have a speedy section, and what we're going to learn. And my our target is that before 9 we're out, and the main target is that you learn a lot. And the beauty is you can become a lot if you know a lot, right? So last 2 weeks we looked at some things. Today we're going to look at some things, right? And I want to do a little recap. Last week we looked at I think that was last 2 weeks. We looked at inner talks that create confidence, right? The inner talks that create confidence. Okay. No, I think it's okay. Is it the camera? Let me see. It's okay. It would have to do with the lighting behind. Okay. Okay. I hope you can see me clearly. I'm having a little challenge with my camera, so I want to be sure that you can see me. Okay, good. Please, if you can see me, I can see the comments. I want to know. Okay, good. So invariably, let's proceed. So we looked at our inner talks that create confidence. And the things we talked about is that inner talks create confidence. The things you tell yourself when you're with nobody, the things, because you talk to yourself more than you talk to anybody. Remember, you have approximately 60,000 thoughts a day, right? Because you have two minds. You have the up mind and the low mind. The low mind is the one we call the heart, we call the subconscious, we call the paradigm, right? The mind that you can be off it and is still taking you around. You want to get to your house, or you want to branch somewhere from while coming from work, and you stop thinking and you start thinking, and that mind that takes you to your house and you say, no, this is not where I'm going, and you come back. Yeah, that's what we mean. So you have to mind. You get it? So there is inner talk that creates confidence. So when you are able to talk that enough, when you're able to believe that there are people looking for the product you're selling, there are people that are looking out for you, that everything good will come, and you keep telling yourself that, it sinks in. And what does it do? It will create confidence, or it will create fear. That is why when you meet a child that the parents are always shouting at, the child becomes timid, because he starts thinking, I'm not good. And most times we grow up as adults with that behavior. We keep telling ourselves we are not good. We are not good for that. These people can do it, but it's not me. You get it? And then, but there's another way you can twerk it. And how do you twerk it? If they can do it, you can do it. If it's possible for this person, it's possible for you. You get it. Then remember to share the link of this training so that we have a lot of persons here, so that we can grow a community of wealthy people. No man can single-handedly become wealthy. Wealth would always be created in community. Remember that, right? So mindset shifts your perspective. Remember, inner talk will create confidence. Mindset will shift your perspective. And these two must show up in your daily actions. Your confidence, your inner talks will create your confidence. Your mindset shift will create your perspective. You you are not permitted to be seeing the world the same way you saw the world 5 years ago. Your mind is supposed to be shifting, because you are not in a fixed world. Remember, firstly, we are taught and we learned that the world rotates. So invariably, your mindset must be shifting, must be in a growth horizon. It must not be static. Oh, so these two must show up. So what are the inner conversations you're having with yourself? And funny enough, you cannot have you cannot, because most times what you are telling yourself is as a result of where you are standing. You see, as I'm standing here, I'm seeing myself in the device I'm using to broadcast, right? And but as you're standing where you are and you're looking at your own device, what are you seeing? You're seeing me, and you're seeing um you're seeing the books behind me, right? And that's how it is. So what I'm trying to say is where you stand per time determines what you see. That is why two things are said to the same persons and they don't get the same. So what I'm saying is inner talks will create confidence. So always know what you're telling yourself. Know what is breeding your inner talks, and both shows up in your daily actions. Now, another thing, and that is our recap of what we learned last week. Going to today's class, what are we going to do? We're going to see, we're going to build on that. And what are we going to build on? We're going to build on how does the mindset equate to sales? Yes. How does mindset equate to sales? Because if you believe you can, you go ahead to do it. If you believe you cannot, you go around finding a way you can, or you even, if your belief is so low, you don't do anything at all. You just fold your hands and believe these things are not for me. It's for some persons, right? So three habits that will multiply what you do. Three habits that multiply what you do. No matter what it is that you do, there are three habits that will multiply it. Now, there's something we call daily prospecting habit. We have what we call follow-up habit, and we have positioning habit. I always say when we come to prospecting, I want to repeat it. We have prospecting habit, we have follow-up habit, and we have positioning habit. Now, as long as you're starting, you must start from prospecting. Hello. As long as you're starting, I want you to write it down. I talked about how do top performers retain their life? How do top performers become top performers? How do victory become synonymous with your name? How do your mind translate to sales? How do these what habits brings victory? What habits drive sales? That's what we're looking at, right? The habits that drive sales. Right? The three habits that drive sales, the three habits that drive results, the three habits that drive growth, whatever you call it, right? Because selling is advancement, selling is progress. Your inability to sell yourself, you remain at a position. Your ability to sell yourself, you advance. Your ability to sell your message, you have a bigger audience. Your ability to sell your product, you have higher revenues that can translate to higher margins. Do you get it? Now, so daily prospecting habit. Now, what is prospecting? Prospecting is the act of talking to persons, right? How do I tell more persons about my product? How do I get more people to know about me? Remember, people buy from who they know, like, and trust. So, prospecting is about getting more people to know you. That's prospecting. That's prospecting. Like people they know, like, and trust. Getting more people to know you. Getting more people to know you. So, who are you getting to know you? If you have not shared the link of this training, kindly share it so that more people can join and we can create a community of wealthy persons. That's the best way you can help your people. No other way, right? So now, daily prospecting habit. Do you have a daily target of, oh, this I'm going to get 3 or 5 or 10 persons, 5 to 10 persons to know me per day? Can I talk to 5 or 10 persons and create a magic and get their numbers and introduce myself to them and they save my number? Can I do that? Can you do that? Can you do that? And there's something I would always say, is that if you don't have a prospect list, you cannot be enlisted into prosperity. I don't want you to forget that. If you don't have a prospect list, now the people that are likely to buy from you, the people that are likely to do business with you, you are not constantly keeping a list of them. You're not constantly updating it. You cannot be enlisted into the prosperity equation. Because for you to enter into prosperity, you must have a prospect list. You must have more people knowing about you. More people, more people, more people. Sales is about know, like, and trust. Prospect list is like the know. How do more people know me? So if more people does not know you, your chances become slim. Do you get it? Because it's the people that know you that will buy from you, right? Strength. So keep a prosperity list. So prosperity list. Do your daily prosperity habit. Have a daily prosperity habit. Is prospecting, but I would prefer you call it prosperity so you get it. Now, follow up habit. Fortune is in the follow up. Don't forget it. Now, when someone has a fixed mindset, he picks the phone. Oh, hello, sir. I'm trying to introduce one of our product to you. Are you interested in buying? And the client says, I'm not really sure. Maybe another day. I have a lot of goods in the warehouse and these and these and these. And he says, okay. And then he cuts the call and he says, oh, people don't want to buy my product. People are not buying. But you forget that you must nurture things to produce. A fruit that if you plant a tree, you will nurture it. If you plant a crop, you will nurture it. And clients, you have to nurture them before they can build their feet to buy from you. And 80% of all sales, I repeat, is the statistics. 80% of all sales come from 5th to the 10th to the 12th contact. Did you hear what I said? So someone has been dialing the phone for the 5 times before the man now says likely that he's going to buy. So if you are the one that is always at the first call, yeah, I mean, you don't, and then he tells you come back, call me back in one mode or something like that, and you say you don't call back, you are just you are just gambling for the 20%. And remember, almost everybody would always be in that category. That is why when you persist a little, the doors of abundance open. Fortune is in the follow up. If you don't follow up, you will fold up. If you don't follow up, huh, you will fold up. Always remember that. The fortune is in the follow up. 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 Keep saying it to yourself. I want you to write it down. The fortune is in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. 80%, 80%, 80%. Remember the 20-80 rule, right? That the 20% of persons will make 80% of the money in an industry. And it takes 20% of the work it takes 20% of work to drive 80% result. And it applies here. It applies here. The fortune is in the follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. Never forget it. Then we have what we call positioning habit. Now, remember, it's in the follow up. How you follow up determines if people will like you or not like you. Yeah. There's a story of our guy, the billionaire with Fort Oil, Femi Otedola, right? And he bought a property from somebody that has been following him up for 12 years to buy a house in Dubai. He was not ready. He wasn't looking for a house in Dubai. But this young man just knew that this is Oga Femi Otedola. This man can afford this kind of mansions in Dubai. And he kept selling him different products of houses in Dubai as was in the market for 12 solid years. The day he bought, which was just few months ago when his daughter got married, right? You know what happened? He bought two from that young man. And most people will not have followed up for that long. Now you say, oh, he wasted the time. But the fortune he made selling those billions of billions in naira, tens of millions in dollars, or even hundreds of millions of dollars to a dollar, right? Now, does that tell you something? The fortune is in the follow up. Remember, so we have positioning, share valuable insights daily so that people can keep you at top mind, right? You see some ad, huh? You see some ad, and then you just know this is an established brand, but you just see their ad. Okay, you just see their ad everywhere. I used to like one ad that Techno used to do. Then you just see a big blue board. They will just write Techno. It's positioning. You see when Cowbell was doing I think they still do it. Cowpedia, cowbell mathematics competition, right? That is positioning. How are you? Oh, there is a waterfront. There is this city. There is this thing that is happening. Are you sharing it? No, the National Housing Scheme awarded some housing estates in Delta State. Are you sharing it? This and this and this. Not just your product. Because I believe in the law of content, which says that you should share five content that has nothing to do with what you're selling, but will educate people, and then you sell one direct sale. So five indirect selling, one direct sell. So let me explain. I want to sell courtyard. Okay, I want to sell one of our estate that is Obasnachi courtyard, right? And that's the product I'm currently selling. But you know what I would do? So I educate you on this concept on how land banking can help you. Then I can educate you on how these people that lost their land, this was what happened, why they demolished such land. You get to the root and find out why. And then you educate people why. Please, next time, so you don't fall into that kind. And then you make five of those contents. Then you shoot your direct selling content. Before I now bring up a flyer, tell you a story, and tell you how development is moving to here, and then tell you how this is well positioned for you, right? I can even within that five talk about things that have nothing to do with real estate, all of them, right? If I sell, and that makes you not to be a pushy salesman. It becomes indirect selling. All right. So positioning, share value daily, share value daily, short videos, property updates. You get it? Now we have talked about three habits. We have the prosperity habit. So who can tell me what the prosperity habit? Now we have the prosperity habit, we have the follow-up habit, and we have the positioning habit. Always remember, those habits will guide you to sales. It will guide you to have a better outcome because there is a formula. I think, where do I have that formula? Okay, let me check. Where is it? Okay, I think it's here. It says sales result will always be equals to mindset. Sales result will always be equals to mindset times activity volume times closing ratio. It may not make sense, but soon it's going to make sense. Now, mindset in the terms of if I believe something is possible, I attempt. If I don't believe it's possible, I don't. My enthusiasm level will drop and then I won't go for it. But when you believe you can go for it, you will work it out. 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 If you don't believe, you don't take action. If simply somebody tells you, oh, come to Lagos, I'm going to give you a deal of 5 million, depending on your position per time. Someone tells you, I'm going to give you a deal of 100 million, right? And there's not somebody you know that can give you a deal of 100 million. You will not be on a flight to Lagos, right? But there's someone that can tell me, be in Abuja tomorrow, I'm going to give you a deal of 10 billion. And you know what? And I book and I see there's no available flight, I'm going to hire a private jet. I'm going to find myself in Lagos before 8 a.m. And peradventure, there is none. I will get on the road and go with a vehicle to Abuja. But the goal is to be in Abuja by 8 a.m. So at a point, anywhere I stop and I can get a private jet, I get to the nearest airport there and I move to Abuja. But you get the point. Because I believe. And I know that's same for you. So if your mindset tells you that this is not for them, you see people performing magic, creating miracles. And so how do you grow it? Remember, that's where we are, right? So let's continue. We say sales equation. What is the sales equation? More calls, more conversations, more presentations, more closing, more calls, more conversations. So if I talk to five persons every day, and you talk to two persons every day, in all sincerity, who should get ahead faster? The person that talks to more persons in relation to what he's doing. I'm talking to 5 clients per day. Another person is talking to 10. Another person is talking to 20. Another person is talking to 1. Another person is talking to none. Who would the magic happen for at the end of the month when the law of averages are put in place? We know the story. Now, but somehow we have been deceived, we have brainwashed ourselves because this is Africa, that we are special. But remember, God has no favorites. Mm. Yes, I know. Today is Friday, right? So we're in our own night vigil, but just know that God has no favorites, right? Yeah, just know that. So mindset must be translated into numbers. Mindset must be translated into numbers. There's a fixed mindset and there's a growth mindset. You cannot be in the journey to become a top performer and not have a growth mindset, because every beginner was a disaster and every master used to be a beginner. And for you to be a beginner, you must be a disaster. You must be making errors. You must be going. You get what I'm saying? You things must not be, you must not understand it, because when you understand it, you're no longer an amateur. You become a master. So remember the sales equation: you make more calls, you get more conversations. If you call 10 persons, 10 persons will not pick. You know what I'm saying? If you have ever been dialing the phone, it's 5 may pick, 6 may pick, but you're having more conversation. And then you can have more presentation. More people can tell you, okay, I want to see you. Let's sit down and talk this over. And then you can have more closing. Mindset must be translated into numbers. Mindset must be translated into numbers. So how do we translate mindset into numbers? Remember, mindset drive activities and activities drive result. I just explained and I gave an instance that if you were told to come to Abuja tomorrow, depending on your city, or you're in Abuja, or let me say you are invited to, let's say, London, right? And even this night, if someone invites me to London 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, my brother, I'll be in London 8 a.m. I'm not in London now. I'm in Asaba. But if someone invites me to show up in a meeting in central London 8 a.m. tomorrow, I will be there. The only thing that can hold the person back is if you don't have a visa. But if you have a visa, even if you are in Oka, you'll find a flight to Lagos. And you can be on 11 p.m. flight to London. And before 6 a.m. in the morning, you are in London. Now, but if someone that invited you should know that nothing is going to come out of the transaction, you are not sure of this person, you will not make a move. So, in essence, you cannot wake up and be going to work every day and you know that, if I work from January to December, these people will not pay me. You also know that nothing will come out from here. You will not move. The same way, if you think that that goal is not attainable, you don't move. But if you think that if you make a move that you attain the goal, you move and you move. The more your conviction, the more your feel of possibility, the faster you are to get up, the more creative you are to get it done. I want to give an example with someone in our team today. So, but I will not call the name. So we asked him to do something last week and he wasn't able to get it done. And you know what? This morning I just said, I asked, what happened? He said, he's having difficulty. That's what one of his colleagues said. He's having difficulty to do that. And I said, okay, he has a fine. And I announced the fine to him. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 minutes. And in the next 10 minutes, and I told him that the fine will keep counting per day. 10 any day that he doesn't deliver more fine. So meaning if you don't deliver today, tomorrow there's a fine. In 30 minutes, he delivered the job. You get the point, right? That is the way you are. That is the way I am. We move if we believe we can get it. You know how you tell, um, we know what I'm saying, right? So mindset will drive activity, and it's that activity that will produce result. Results are not produced by any other way other than action. If you don't sit on your butt to grow, you move. So remember, your confidence level will determine your call volume. Why? Because if you have weak mindset, you will tell yourself people won't buy. The market is hard. People are complaining. You will sell yourself everything so you can make 2 calls per day. But someone with a growth mindset, someone out there is waiting for me. Let me find the person. So when somebody says no, he drops the phone and go to the next person. And also know that the person that said no today will say yes tomorrow. So he leaves it. So he only makes 20 calls per day because his confidence level is high. The call volume will be high. Someone out there is waiting for me. So the same persons, they have the same skill, they have the same product, but you know what? Different numbers because of mindset. Different numbers because of mindset. Different numbers, different result. Remember that. So invariably, remember we're trying to demystify how do mindset translate into numbers. Is what I'm trying to demystify. So mindset will determine your follow-up consistency. The goal there is consistency and will determine your closing rate. Remember, we said 80% of all sales, right, come from the fifth to the 12th call, from the fifth to the 12th attempt. Oh, guys, so how are you doing? Hope you're fine. Hope you're doing well. Oh, today is a good day. Oh, happy birthday. It's a lovely month. 5 to 12 touch point.
All right, everybody. Sorry about the breaking transmission. I think our MD's network went off, and network has been really bad today. Um, Sorry, I can see people asking what's happening, what's happening. Sorry about that. His network went off, and I don't know if he's able to reconnect. He will be with us, but if not, we almost at the end of the class is almost 9 p.m. I believe that wherever we stop, we'll continue from next 2 weeks, because there's going to be a physical training on Friday next week um in the office. Then upper Friday we are going to be having another live section. All right, so please bear with us. You know how network is over here. Nigeria is beautiful. So Nigeria is very beautiful, and network is absolutely so beautiful. So please bear with us, and do take do you know make sure that you follow up on what we are doing. Please, I noticed that many of us have not liked this video. Many of us have not subscribed. Please kindly subscribe to our. Okay, let me check. Okay. All right. Okay. So a lot of things has been said already. A lot of things has been said already. I don't know if your paper or your pen was sharp like mine. I wrote down a lot of things. Remember, he mentioned that if you don't have a prospect list, you cannot be listed in prosperity. So this week, make sure that before the next training, you already make up your mind on how many people you'll be prospecting, and make sure you follow suit, because it's not just about writing them down, it's about doing the real action that is in it. All right. He also mentioned that you should have a prosperity habit. So if you have mapped out that okay, five people every day must five new people, not just people, five new people every day must know about what I'm doing. You go out on daily basis, prospect, because that is where it starts. Prospecting is where it starts. So you do that, and then you must nurture things to produce. So when you have gotten those people, you nurture them, the clients, they from prospect they will turn clients. If you don't follow up, you fold up. All right. So I know I'm not the only one who learned this. I saw the comments, people were writing what they learned consistently, and it was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today again. It's an amazing section, and I believe you are going to be here same time next 2 weeks on Friday. Please tell other people, because we just made a shift from Tuesday to Friday. I know some people are not aware, so but please let them know. Let them know. Remember, the fortune is in the follow up. People you got their number previously, but you've not followed them up. Please kindly go and follow them up. Make sure that you are doing the right thing, because it is in the action that you get rewarded. All right. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. All right, please do have a good night rest, and also remember, we are building a community of wealthy people. Make sure that your people are not left out. Bring them on, bring them to our physical training. If you are in the city of Asaba, please make sure that you are part of our physical training opposite the government house, Anwine Road, Justime Plaza, opposite the government house, Anwine Road. Be part of what we are doing. Wealth is built in community, all right? Wealth is built in community. And also, please give this video a thumbs up so that people like you and I will be part of what we are doing. Okay. All right. I just got a message. He will be back in a few minutes. All right. So let's hold on a little bit. I wanted to say we'll call it a night, but he's coming back. So I think he's going to work on his network and he'll be back. So please, right now, I just want you to put down everything you've learned. Put down everything you learned in the comment section. Make sure that you are following and you have subscribed. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel if you've not done that. When you persist a little, the door of abundance will be opened. when you persist a little. So, what are you going to do differently this week? Can you put it down in the comments? I want to read your comments. What are you going to be doing differently? Okay. Nancy Michael said, I learned a lot. Um, Ezigwe Chris also said, I just learned something today. Wow, that's happening. That's so beautiful. And okay, okay. Pascaline Kennedy wrote, mindset will determine your choice. Okay, your closing rate. A nice one, nice one, nice one. Please keep on writing. What did you learn differently today? And Treasure Obiajulu said, someone that said no today, okay, will say yes tomorrow. That's very true. Thank you. Welcome back, sir. We appreciate you. I believe
Yeah.
network was kind of bad. You're welcome back, sir.
Yeah, apologies for the time spent outside what we should be using it to do. But thank God for the tenacity, and let's build from there. Okay. So we're saying mindset we're talking about mindset will determine your follow up. If you follow up consistently, you'll have a higher closing rate, right? So where a fixed mindset will always be. Remember, mindset is all about your inner conversations. There are the things that breed what you agree to pursue or what you agree not to pursue, right? Fixed one will tell you if they don't buy after one call, they are not interested. So you stop the follow up. But remember what the growth mindset will say. Most clients need nurturing. They need nurturing. Most plants need nurturing. You don't plant a corn. Every expert farmer knows that when they finish planting corn, after like 5 days, they come and see where did some not grow, and then they replant. Is it not true? And so they can have, when the farm now comes and you see in every stand there is a corn, you think that all of them grew at once. No, they didn't grow at once. Some were planted 1 week after the other because those that were planted did not grow. So always know that it needs nurturing. When you see a garden that is green, that is beautiful, you know that somebody is cutting it, somebody is pouring it water. So if you want your prosperity list, your prospect list to turn to a real prosperity list, you must nurture it. If you are not nurturing it, you are like the man that plants flowers in his house, that plant fruits that will feed him, but he's not watering it, he's not following up, because it's in the follow up that people will like you. Follow up is the liking. Follow up is the liking. Remember, we say prospecting, getting the number, getting the talking to people, showing up in places where you should be is what we call prospecting, which will give you a prosperity list. Yeah, the real name is a prospecting list, but call it a prosperity list, right? Because if you don't have a prosperity list, you cannot be enlisted to the hall of the prosperous, right? Okay. So mindset will also drive. So what I'm trying to say, mindset arrow will drive to daily habits, and daily habits will determine your pipe size. You hear times like when we say out of abundance, abundance is taken, yet abundance remain, right? Out of abundance, abundance is taken, yet abundance remain. If that is true, and the water is a symbol of abundance, and somebody goes with a spoon and somebody decides to go with a small pipe, you know that small pipe, right? And then somebody goes with a big pipe for vehicle that carries water. Then another person decides to go with, the one that NMPC used to supply oil to far away places, those big gigantic pipe, right? It's all in the choice. It's your mindset that determines the type of pipe you use to draw from the well of abundance. That is where I'm going. And what will power that pipe size? And your pipe size, remember, is what? Is your prosperity list. Because if you have negative energy, oh, this thing is not working. There is nobody looking for what I'm buying. Let's just keep pushing. This thing is hard. Let's just do it. We'll find an easier one. You know what happened? It's a negative mind. Energy is low. And when energy is low, you don't talk to much people. Remember, we've talked about it. Then you have a small pipe. Your lead base is small. Your prospective list is small. But when there's high energy, there's somebody looking for me. There's somebody looking for the product I'm selling. There's somebody looking for this type of product. Let me find the person. Then you have a positive mindset. You have an abundant mindset. There is more. There is more. There is somebody out there seeking for what I am doing, seeking for what I am selling. That this product will help get his life better. Remember? And what will happen? You are going to talk to more persons because your energy will be high. You'll be the person that gets into the market, and others are taking two numbers. You get 10 numbers, you get 50 numbers, you get 20 numbers, right? Your energy is high, ahead. Then you have what? You can have 30 to 50 prospects per week. Your pipe is big, and bigger pipeline equals to higher probability of weekly and monthly closing because you have a bigger pipeline. So, let's remember the formula I gave us before. I said your sales result will always be equals to your mindset times your activity volume times your closing ratio. I want you to write it down. So none is supposed to be zero. None can be zero, right? Yes. You must have a good mindset, a growth mindset. You must put in a lot of activity because once you have a good mindset, it's going to push you to get the job done. Because if you believe, you will do. If you don't believe, if you doubt, you will hesitate. Faith pushes you forward, doubt pushes you behind. It's the same. So your sales result will always be equal to your mindset times your activity volume times the closing ratio. I want somebody to write it down. I want everybody to be able to see that, right? I can see the comment section, right? Yeah, you get it. So mindset times activity volume times closing ratio. What activity? We remember the three habits we talked about. The prospecting, right? What else did we talk about? The follow up, people liking you, right? The prospecting, people knowing you and what you do. And the third one, who remembers it? Can somebody list the three habits we've talked about? We talked about three habits, which are the things that drive the activity volume. I want somebody to write that formula on the chat section. And what is the formula? I said your sales result is equals to your mindset times your activity volume times your closing ratio. Your mindset times your activity volume times your closing ratio. What is the activity volume? Activity volume are the three habits. What are the three habits? What are the three habits that we've talked about? What are those three habits? I hope there are people on this call, or did we all go after we had network breach? Are we still here? Hello, everyone. Who is here? Who is here? Who is here? Who is here? Hmm? Seems like there are no more much persons on the call. Okay, correct. I think the network is just coming in. Okay, good. We talked about prospect. We talked about follow up. We talked about positioning. Excellent. We are here. Correct. I needed that feedback to be sure I'm still talking to persons. And in that being said, looking at what we have, look at that formula very well. We have seen it. Someone has written it down for us, and I want to read from what the person wrote. He says, your sales result equals to your mindset times your activity volume, right? Right? Yes, activity volume times closing ratio. Times closing ratio. There's a closing ratio. Your ability to convert, your ability to collect the money, your ability to collect the money. That is closing ratio. Yes, and we talked about the three activity volume are prospecting habit, which is, and we have follow up habit, and then we have positioning habit. And because positioning makes people to know you are still in the game. Yes, positioning is very important. Positioning is your branding. Your positioning is your branding. And that being said, I would like us to end the section, and we can't go home without an assignment because the proof that we know is that we do. That's the proof. And the proof of knowledge is that we create a better life. The knowledge that cannot enhance your life is incomplete or it's useless. Right? So have a personal challenge. Have a 7 days sales challenge. And you know what it is? Every day, reach 10 new prospects. Every day for the next 7 days. From now to next week, Friday. Make sure that every blessed day you meet 10 prospects. You save their number and you message them. Then every day, follow up on 5 old leads. Ask them, how are they doing? How is market? Let them know it's October. It's October. Yeah, it's October. Yeah, markets are turning, and let them know that their businesses are about to turn. That's follow up. Then every day for the next 7 days, post about property or value online. Whatever it is, remember, you can post about property or you can post about something that will be of value to the user, what is useful to the person that will watch it. It may be a comedy skit, right? It may be a meme, but not much. Yeah, just let it be something that is useful to the user, useful to the person that watches your status, and the person that archived you will want to unarchive you, right? So for the next 7 days, remember the assignment. Every day, reach 10 new prospects, right? Every day, follow up on 5 old leads. And every day, post one property or post something of value online every day. And you can follow the 5-to-1 model, right? Thank you, Justice. Yeah, your sales result equals to your mindset times activity volume times closing ratio. Okay, treasure, that's a good one too. Mindset times activity volume times closing ratio. And with that said, remember, if you know what you don't do, you are equal to the man that doesn't know. The proof that you know is that you do. And the proof that you have done it long enough is that everybody knows where you belong. Because your result will show. Because results are living things. Results speak. It's living things. That's why when a rich man shows up, you know he's wealthy. When an educated man shows up and he talks, you know he's well educated. You get it? Results are living things. So if you've been here, the result you seek is laden than what you know now that you can do. So with that, I want to thank everyone for persisting and being on this call long enough, despite the shortfall in network. Let's have a beautiful time once again, and remember this: your mindset is the seed. Conversations are the roots, but habits are the fruits. If you want cells that never dry up, plant the right habits daily. I want to take it again. Mindset is the seed, conversations are the roots, habits are the fruits. If you want cells that never dry up, plant the right habits daily. If you want cells that never dry up, plant the right habits daily. Mindset is the seed that you are going to plant. Conversations are the roots, but habits are the fruits. Habits are what you reap when you have the right mindset. Conversations are the roots. And if you want cells that never dry up, plant the right habits daily. Let this energize you into the night and let it energize you into the weekend. When others go clubbing, go a learning so that when they go agog, you will go a high. Have a beautiful evening and Charity, over to you. It was nice having everyone. God bless us.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for teaching us from your wealth of knowledge. It is always amazing having you on this call. Thank you so much. And thank you, every one of us that are here, that kept, that has been here all through, even while we had a network issue, but you stayed put. I want to say thank you so much. It's a beautiful night, and I want to also remind us of what our MD used to say. Don't go to bed. Don't fall asleep. Go to bed. Yes, that's it. Don't fall asleep. Go to bed. So if you have a night routine, something you must have you planned already that you're going to do this night, make sure you do them before you sleep. All right. And then also go through your notes for tonight. We already have a lot of things we learned. I saw people writing, I learned a lot, this, that. Please go through them. And then for the assignments, please take it seriously.